is looking like. Who did it and why? Let's get it cleaned up. All right, now before you go judging and telling me why is your kitchen such a mess, Isabel, let's be clear. I just got back from Florida and the trip was exhausting in itself. But anyway, so I spent 4 days in Florida and I had to come home and get right back into work, and I didn't have no dish detergent, so here we are. But anywho, let's get into the real reason of this video.
Life-giving words breathe encouragement into our spirits and can have an impact that goes far beyond the words themselves. Words of life move us into action, calling us to become people who are more like Jesus.
But we can't be waiting on somebody else to breathe life into us, right? Like, we have to stop being people of excuse. Oh, nobody cares about me. Oh, this problem is too big. What are you doing in the midst of your problem? Like right now, while I'm cleaning this kitchen, literally I am thanking God and praising God for all of the things that He is giving me. Like, this kitchen is a mess because God gave me pots and pans and food so that I could cook. Yes, like, I am extremely busy. I wear all the hats: mom, wife, taxi driver, cook, counselor, housekeeper, professional snuggler, a professional tucker-inner, a writer, a Bible teacher, a speaker, a friend, a mentor, on and on and on. But just because I have all these hats and I'm managing all this work does not mean that I will not find time, pockets of time, for my God, because it is because of my God that I have all these things. So the real question is how do we become essential people doing the work of the Lord, even while wearing 1,000 hats? Because that be our excuse, right? We too busy. The excuses be endless. I got too much going on. Oh, I didn't have no time today. Oh, I had so much housework to do. Oh, the kids this. When we gonna stop making excuses? When we gonna stop making excuses for our God and find pockets of time for Him? You could find pockets of time while you cleaning your kitchen. You could find pockets of time while you at the grocery store. You could find pockets of time while you at the nail salon, instead of you trying to figure out what the Asian lady is saying, plug your headphones in and listen to the Bible. Plug your headphones in and realize that you could spend time with God no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. Thank you, God, for this running water that I can wash these dishes. Thank you, God, because the water is hot. Thank you, God, because I have dishes to wash, which means I got a house full of people to cook for. Thank you, God, because that means that I have food to cook for them. When we going to stop being too busy for God? Listen, over here, we listen and we don't judge. But let's be honest. If we are too busy for God, that means that there is too much on our plate, and it's time to examine our plate. It's time to examine our lives. God continues to provide for us day in and day out. Just know that God wasn't too busy today for you. Know that He was not too busy to wake you up this morning. Know that He was not too busy to provide you with the provision for your gas in your car, for the running water, for the food in your fridge. God is never too busy for us. So it is really time for us to stop being too busy for God. There are pockets of time everywhere. While you washing the dishes, while you driving, while you in the pickup line waiting for your kid, there are plenty of pockets of time. Let us not be too busy for God, because He was not too busy to wake us up this morning. So here's your reminder today to keep choosing God, because He chose you.
Fam, God didn't bring you this far to lose. Keep your head up and keep fighting. Forget all the strongest soldier stuff. God put you in this battle because He knew wasn't nobody gonna ride for Him as hard as you do. When the enemy showed up to God's doorstep and he said, I want a battle, God needed somebody on the front line, and He chose you. And He didn't choose you by accident. He didn't choose you for no reason. He chose you because He know when the going gets tough and the bullets start flying, you ain't gonna do no running. You're gonna be right there standing the whole time on all 10. Like, if this is what we gotta do, let's do it. God know everything you done been through, so when the enemy come up saying, I want to tempt somebody, God say, I recommend this one to you, just so I can show you it ain't no breaking them. They done been through way worse than what you trying to tempt them with. You think this gonna break them? All right, cool, go ahead. I'm gonna show you something. You done been through stuff the average person will never have to experience in their life, and if they even experienced half of it, they'll fold every single time. And out of all the things you could possibly do, you want to complain? You complaining about the greatest thing that could ever possibly happen to you. And it's not that you get to a point where you can trust God, that God has gotten to a point where he can trust you. You right, everybody don't go through this, but God can look at you and say, I can trust you to go through this. Whatever it may be, it had to happen. You had to go through the breakup. You had to lose the job. They had to reject you. The deal couldn't go through. And it's not because God don't love you. It's because he loved you so much he refused to let you settle. You upset with God saying no, and you don't even realize had he not said no, you would never hear him say yes. God is trying to set you up to be somebody people look up and not somebody people look over, but you got to be honest and assess where you are. God has already given you everything you need, but it's going to take everything you got. So fam, if this is really what you want to do, let's do it. Because I promise you, it ain't a demon in hell that can do anything with you. The only reason why it's so uncomfortable is because God is showing you this ain't where you belong and it's not where you gonna stay. You just passing through. You passing through, so every hater, doubter, naysayer, every single one of them will remember your face when you make it to the top. You done fought for everything you have. You done fought for your dreams, fought for your family, fought for your relationships, and if you haven't noticed yet, you pretty good at fighting. So if you believe this is yours, fight like it's yours and don't stop swinging until you win. From this point forward, your mindset has to be anything that stands against me will be defeated. So if they stack the odds against you, guess what? The odds gonna have to get it too. And if you gonna say it, stand on it. Stand on that for the rest of the year and watch where God take you.
And just like that, the kitchen looks normal again. Because it was looking like somebody homeless was living in here, okay? On a serious note, let me know how you will find pockets of time for God today. He didn't forget about you. So make sure you like, comment, share.